Meghan's transition from being a Hollywood actress to a full-time British royal would never be smooth, but I'm certain nobody was prepared for how intense things got for Meghan since. Years after she became romantically involved with Prince Harry, Meghan faced intense backlash for just about everything she'd done. So in that regard, here is Where Are They Now's top 10 list of reasons Meghan should be banned from H-Town. Do you believe the hate Meghan receives regarding her place in Hollywood and the royal family is justified or unfair? Share your responses below and let's jump right in. In our 10th spot, a Hollywood nobody. Royal expert Tom Bowers spoke with GB News on Monday to suggest how the Duke and Duchess not showing up at any Oscar party events proved their influence in Hollywood is disappearing. On television, Tom stated, "They really are nobodies in Hollywood." An example of the former would be the Californian couple's notable absence from Sir Elton John's AIDS Foundation's 31st Annual Academy Awards viewing party, an event in which a large number of A-listers were seen celebrating. The topic of Sir Elton can become controversial because of how he has remained a constant support in Harry's life, including the time he performed at Harry and Meghan's 2018 wedding in Windsor. The famed musician was furthermore a close friend of Harry's late mother, Princess Diana, and carried out that great bond with the Duke after Diana passed in 1997. In August 2019, the Sussexes took a trip to visit Sir Elton and David in their €15 million home during the couple's French Riviera holiday trip. This vacation happened shortly after Meghan and Harry returned from the UK to Ibiza on a private jet, following a 6-night getaway on the Spanish island to celebrate Meghan's 38th birthday. In a statement released later on, Elton defended his friend by admitting he paid for the exclusive plane. Detailed to be a rock to the former royals, Elton made sure to speak up after the backlash that came from the couple's use of 4 private jets in 11 days back in 2019, referring to Diana as one of his dearest friends whose family he felt a profound sense of obligation to protect. Before we jump into number 9, subscribe to Where Are They Now for more up-to-date celebrity news. In our 9th spot, celebrity peers want zero association. Around the time of September 2022, there was a slew of famous faces who apparently refused to be associated with Meghan, and it wasn't long before royal experts were hot on Meghan's tail with warnings of the growing amount of dislike she seemed to be amassing on a broad global scale. These same advisors voiced concerns about a potential exile at the time. These claims were made specifically by Richard Eden, one of the Daily Mail's diary editors, who discussed this in a Mail Plus interview with Palace Confidential. In the sit-down, he relayed, "We didn't hear much about Serena, it was all about Meghan. It was very much, that's enough about me, what do you think of me?" Instead of Serena making headlines, all the headlines have been about Meghan's stories and the things she disclosed during this podcast. It was a missed opportunity, certainly for Serena, given that I'm not sure famous people will be queuing up to go on because they'll know it's actually all about the supposed interviewer. In our 8th spot, planned place in Harry's life. Many devoted royal fans and followers have been super adamant about their suspicions of Meghan cleverly crafting up a plot to rank high in fame and straight into Harry's heart. While many have classed her as sneaky for supposedly weaseling her wants in life out of the Duke, others commended Meghan for her hard work at a dream millions of modern-day women are also trying to achieve. However, the question begs to differ. Is Meghan an opportunist? Maybe. But did she play her cards right even if she's not? Without a doubt. Yet she did this without the dramatically conniving way that trolls would like everyone to think. She simply chased her dreams in search of her happy ending and impressively managed to become one of the world's most famous women in the process. Now, I don't know for sure about y'all, but that sounds like a lot of aspiring celebrities' dreams to me. In our 7th spot, truth of lies. We know Oprah Winfrey is the queen of chit-chat, as she's given the world some of the most iconic interviews and stories of our generation. So naturally, royal fans were in absolute shambles when it was revealed the couple was doing a tell-all. And as much flack as Meghan has caught over this, it does make sense that she was resolute in disclosing her former royal rumbles. From that point, Meghan had to basically disappear from the public eye, get rid of her social media accounts, follow every one of their many rules, and keep absolutely quiet while the whole world continued to discuss her. Therefore, when Meghan quit being a royal, she was surely entitled to tell her side of events and defend the never-ending backlash, right? Her truth was deemed lies, but she wasn't exactly floating through Hollywood bad-mouthing the royals, showing off her baby to paparazzi, or posting controversial tweets. Even more, she remained pretty dignified throughout the whole process. As it's been noted, Meghan could have done far more damage if she felt like it. In our 6th spot, banking off her life. Word of Meghan banking off her life has been a constant hot topic during her time in Hollywood, especially regarding all of her and Harry's more recent showbiz deals with Spotify and Netflix. However, it can be argued that Meghan is simply doing what she loves and should be allowed to do so. Meghan's been called nothing short of fame hungry, with resentful people spreading false news about her supposedly plotting her Hollywood return all along. But Prince Harry nipped that one in the butt when he informed Oprah that their business deals happened last minute because of their financial situation, insisting the Netflixes and Spotifys of it all was never part of the plan. Even more, Meghan already had a prior presence in Hollywood through a handful of advertisements, minor roles, and her brief time as a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal. This eventually landed her a major role in a hit TV series, which shows she's dedicated to her craft and has a true passion for being in the industry above all. So with everything from her past with the royal family, Meghan must have been at least a little bit relieved to dip her toes back into the public she's most familiar with. Some Meghan supporters even argued that the couple has remained sans rom-coms and reality shows, and that their content is overall motivational and raises awareness for issues like mental health. In our 5th spot, didn't try hard enough with the royals. It's been argued time and time again by the masses that Meghan never put any effort into her life as a royal. However, the same sentiment can be reversed. In fact, I think sometimes Meghan tried too hard to fit into the royal family's way of living. Of course, the life of a higher power is no easy feat, and honestly, there probably aren't many people who could successfully put themselves in that position to thrive. It's been reported how their policies, procedures, and relentless rules are enough to push anyone to the brink of insanity. So it's proper to note how Meghan remained on the entire time she was a royal family member, never once dropping the ball. She had no public meltdowns or outbursts even, which could show that she never raised any personal drama, even in her lowest times, but rather the drama was truly crowding in from the public's opinion of her. In our 4th spot, took Harry from his royal duties. People will naysay about this topic all day, but the truth of the matter is that Harry himself repeatedly stated he chose to walk away from the royals and Meghan had nothing to do with it. Still, according to reports and the general public, Meghan is a master manipulator and is the reason why she and Harry are still together now. However, some have stated Meghan should not be blamed for Meghanix because Harry is a grown man who should be held accountable for his own decisions and actions. Harry even admitted his desire to leave the royal family as early as his early 20s. During a Dax Shepard episode for his Armchair Expert podcast, Harry stated his quick realization of not wanting to be associated with the royals while reaching adulthood. Quote, "It was a case of, I don't want this job, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be doing this. Look what it did to my mom." In our 3rd spot, attention-seeking backlash. If you side with the general public, Meghan's confession of once wanting to end her life was another manipulation tactic for attention, but any other empathetic human could tell you it was more of a cry for help. During her Oprah chit-chat during promotion for the Duke's then newest Apple TV docuseries, The Me You Can't See, Harry admitted that moments prior to them taking photos at a charity event, Meghan revealed her dark, troubled thoughts to him. "Because of the system we were in and the responsibilities and duties we had a quick cuddle, and then we had to go to the Royal Albert Hall for a charity event and step out into a wall of cameras and pretend as though everything was okay," Harry stated on the manor. In our 2nd spot, too much family drama. Also, per the public, Meghan can't stay out of drama, and this ties into not only her tension with the royal family, but also issues with her own. Similar to Harry's relationship with King Charles III, Meghan and her father, Thomas Markle, have shared their own back and forth experiences, even prior to Meghan's fame. According to Meghan's childhood sweetheart, Joshua Silverstein, her and Thomas's relationship has been consistently complicated. He explained, "I did know Meghan's relationship with her dad was complicated, and I understood that as most teenage to parent relationships are. Being there when Meghan's parents were divorced at that time, it's hard raising her kids without the secondary parent. It's all challenging." Putting aside feuding and overall family history, it wouldn't have made sense that Meghan suddenly became publicly estranged from her dad so quickly before her wedding for the entire world to witness. It had to have been years of build-up, and in retrospect, most families would miserably fail this kind of overnight global spotlight, revealing their woeful past as such. In our 1st spot, problematic pregnancy. A lot of Meghan's heighted hate came at what was supposed to be one of the most joyous life occasions. While she was heavily pregnant and set to give birth a few weeks later, online users were targeting her for just about everything under the sun. The way she looked, how she spoke, what she was negatively trending for, damn near down to how she breathed. It was all very much insane. Despite that time meaning to be a happy one for Meghan, she was probably no doubt in just as much emotional and mental pain as she was in physical. And the argument still stands that no woman deserves to be distressed or depressed right before welcoming new life into the world. That's been today's WATN. I've been your host Michaela, and thanks for watching, friends.